With the PlayStation 5 reveal event over, it's time to take a look at the looks of the PlayStation 5 itself. Because if you're going to have a big old block of hardware sitting in your living room, you might as well make sure it's something that helps tie the place together. And as far as that goes, unless you live in a Borg cube, the PlayStation 5 wins out over the Xbox Series X, hands down. The Xbox may be powerful, yet the nondescript big black brick design isn't going to win too many home decorating awards anytime soon. While conversely, the bright white rounded sleekness of the PlayStation 5 feels almost like what might have happened if Steve Jobs designed a game console. On top of that, the PlayStation 5's relative thinness and demonstrated ability to be laid on its side could potentially mean more flexibility in where it goes as opposed to the bulkier Xbox Series X console. Of course, the PlayStation 5's look isn't necessarily for everyone. I had a hard time myself not seeing popped collars on the PlayStation 5's wings, which I suppose might be a pro or a con depending on whether you're buying one for your frat house or not. But whether you love it or hate it, you're liable to have some kind of opinion about how it looks, and that's a lot more than can be said for the resounding meh of the Xbox Series X design. But of course, looks aren't everything, and the reveal had a lot more to say about the PlayStation 5. Sony announced that the PlayStation 5 comes in two flavors, the standard and the digital edition, the main difference of which is simply that the digital edition doesn't have an optical drive and needs to get all of their games from the internet. This is nothing new to PC gamers, of course. I honestly can't remember the last time I bought a PC game in a box. But so far, the last attempt at a digital console was the Xbox One S all digital, which hoped to offer a cheaper alternative to traditional consoles by cutting out the optical drive itself. It floundered somewhat, unfortunately, because it came out sometime after the original Xbox One S with a disk drive, which meant that by the time the all-digital came out, retailers were willing to offload their remaining stocks of the Xbox One S consoles at a deep enough discount to undersell the all-digital version. Still, the concept of reducing price and making a console more affordable by cutting out the optical disk drive and relying wholly on digital delivery is still an inherently good one. And by releasing alongside the traditional PlayStation 5, Sony can avoid the trap the Xbox One S all-digital fell into. Sony also announced a new stereo HD camera accessory for the PlayStation 5, which suggests future developments for VR. The existing PlayStation 4 PlayStation camera has a relatively low resolution, which it uses to track the movement of the PlayStation VR headset, which leads to significant tracking errors. The higher resolution promised by the new camera can potentially make for much smoother motion capture, and we already know the new camera is supposed to work alongside the existing PSVR 1 setup. One might question whether the camera might not simply be intended to make life easier for those trying to stream PlayStation 5 games from home, but the use of stereo camera is significant. Its use offers little benefit for streaming while improving depth perception, an important consideration for VR tracking. Sony's offered no word yet on the existence of a PSVR 2, but the new camera hardware certainly seems like they're setting the stage. There is still no word yet from either Sony or Microsoft on what their new consoles will cost, as both of them play chicken in an attempt to get the other to declare their price first. But one thing's for sure, however much it may cost, the PlayStation 5 looks quite distinctive and knows it. And there you have it.